The hostage drama at the Meadows residential estate in Muretele Park has ended. The situation was resolved and all hostages were released last night. 3 people were shot when 2 SAPS and Bryan security personnel were caught up in a hostage situation at the estate in Bolu Street. The drama, which lasted for several hours, resulted in the residents being kept out of their homes. Bolu Street was a hive of activity with journalists, private security, police, emergency vehicles and civilians descending on the area. This as the gunmen held captive hostages in a townhouse. Well, we have right now the SAPS spokesperson, Captain David Miller, who joins us on the line. Good morning, Captain. Thank you so much for joining us. Could you give us some insight into how events actually unfolded last night?
Good morning. Thank you. Yes, at this stage, what we have been able to establish is the South African Police Services and the members of Bryan Security Services received a complaint of malicious damage to property. What we've been able to establish is that there was a situation with the deceased throwing stones at one of the residents' vehicles. As our members arrived there with Bryan Security, when they were confronting him, the situation then worsened and the shooting started.
Now, how many hostages were held there, Captain, if you're able to give us those figures?
Yes. In total, the Special Task Force members recovered 5 hostages in total. It was 2 South African Police Service members as well as 3 Bryan security officers.
Okay, Captain, I'm going to ask you just to stay on the line. We also have a Netcare spokesperson, Athlenda Mati, who joins us. Good morning, Athlenda. Thank you so much for joining us. Just talking about the hostages that were held there, were there any medical issues that they had afterwards? Are they fine, in a good condition?
Okay. Well, at this stage, we can just confirm that at about 21:55 last night, Netcare 911 paramedics declared 4 people dead. We can confirm that we accessed the scene once police had secured the scene, meaning that once they had told us that it is safe to go ahead and assess the bodies on scene. We can confirm that we had 5 staff members at the scene, an emergency care practitioner, 3 intermediate life support paramedics, and a basic life support paramedic were in attendance. We can confirm that the 4 people were declared dead at the scene as a result of their injuries. All 4 were found to have sustained gunshot wounds, and as well some bystanders were even taken through trauma counseling.
Well, just stay on the line there with us. Captain, just back to you. The 4 bodies that were at the scene, were they all people that were part of the hostage? Were they the people that were kept hostage, or were they part of those attacking or like with the gunmen?
From our understanding at this stage, it formed part of the initial situation where they were in the vicinity of the suspect's residence. From what I understand, they were neighbors. And when the police and security personnel were trying to speak to the suspect, that is when the shooting took place. So they were not held hostage as such. That is my understanding.
Okay.
They were merely in the vicinity at the time, and then as a result of the shooting, the police members as well as the security staff personnel, they were then trapped in that vicinity. So the initial reports were that they were held hostage inside the house. That was actually incorrect. They were trapped in the vicinity of the suspect's residence, and they were unable to move out for fear of being shot.
Okay, I understand that. Thank you so much for clarifying that for us. Now, Captain, are hostages or like these kinds of gunshot situations something common in this neighborhood? Is there ever unrest reported on a frequent basis?
No, not at this level. To my knowledge, this is one of the first incidences like this in our area.
Okay, and do you think that the residents will try to increase security, for future to avoid such situations recurring?
It's not really a security issue as such. The area where it actually took place is an extremely secure environment. As you can understand from the situation, It was not a case of criminals entering into the area and then taking people hostage. It was a situation whereby an unfortunate situation escalated into the situation that it was.
I understand. Now, Athlinda, do you have any advice for our viewers watching right now? I mean, if they find themselves in a situation like this where they can't escape sort of pending gunshots, how best can they keep themselves safe and alive as far as possible?
Okay. Well, at this stage, that type of advice will be given by police because they deal with safety and security issues.
Okay, Captain, that means it's back to you. What kind of advice can you give our viewers watching at home in terms of trying to keep as safe as possible in the face of pending danger?
Well, in a situation such as the one that occurred last night, if you are in the vicinity, if you are in a residential area, my best advice is for you to stay put inside your house. Stay low, go down to the floor. Do not go to your windows. Try and look outside and see what is going on. Make immediate contact with emergency services. You can contact 10111, the police emergency service number. Make contact with the people there. Stay on the line until help arrives. And like I said, the main thing is it's an extremely difficult thing, but to try and remain calm. The moment someone starts to panic, you do stupid things.
Thank you so much, Captain, and thank you so much, Athlinda, for giving us clarity on the exact happenings of the situation yesterday and just advising our viewers on how they can try and stay safe and stay alive. That was Captain David Miller of the SAPS and Athlinda Mate from Netcare 911, just giving us the counts that took place in Tshwane yesterday into the early hours of this morning.